It is M123 FM in the Newberry News. We're here with Jim Dzelak, the head coach of the Newberry Varsity Lady Indians, as we get ready for the 2022-2023 season. And Coach, first things first, how do we feel coming into a new season?
Well, new season, new start, right, Dan?
That's right.
Coming off last season, we can only go up. So, been really happy with the effort so far from the kids in practice. A short preseason this year, only 2 weeks. We got our first game tomorrow already. So, ready or not, here we go.
No holding back, and I know you've been trying to focus on taking a positive. You can't change the results of last season. You can't fix who's here or not here. You can just go with what we have. And the group that we have here, as you said, they've been hard at work and they're ready to go.
Yeah, very happy so far. We're going to be very young this year. As you know, we struggled the last 2 years for a JV team. Those classes are now juniors and seniors, so we're short on varsity numbers. Had a few kids drop out after the first week, so at this point we're one team, going to be varsity only. We've got 10 underclassmen and 5 upperclassmen, so the challenge for us is to figure out how to blend that and get these freshmen and sophomores up to speed of the varsity level and make the best of what we got.
You mentioned kind of the experience and not having those JV seasons. How crucial is that, and how big of a hurdle is that to overcome when you're talking about losing those key development years, like some of your younger players lost their middle school seasons as well and are still trying to adapt to high school basketball? What's the big challenge there, just trying to get up to speed and get comfortable?
Well, obviously not having a JV team or struggling to field one the last couple years. This junior and senior class really didn't get a lot of playing time at that level. They were up on varsity for a lot of games, but didn't see as much game time as they normally would at the JV level. So obviously that hinders kind of that progression. And then, we've got, the freshmen and sophomores. Some of the sophomores got some varsity time last year out of necessity. So we do have a little bit of experience there. But it's going to take a year or two to kind of dig out of this and get us back to where we've got full experienced players up at the varsity level.
You see things like development and progress as a coach, but the players a lot of times get caught up in wins and losses. If we're not necessarily winning games, especially early on in the season, how do you get the message to them that, hey, look, we might not be coming out ahead on the scoreboard, but if we're making progress, we're still doing things successfully?
Yeah, we set expectations, and our number one goal is to get better every day. Obviously, being as young as we are, it's going to take us a little bit, and we're combining some players, some freshmen with a senior and some juniors that haven't played together before. So it's going to take a little bit, and there'll be some growing pains as we go along, trying to figure out exactly who we are and how we're going to develop and get better. But the number one goal is we're really focusing on the little things right now. We want to start doing the little things right, baby steps, trying to build off of that, into Christmas break. And then hopefully by then we got a pretty good idea where we're at, and then just continue to build on that throughout the season and get better every day. It's all we can do.
One good thing about having younger players or maybe less experienced players is you're not undoing a lot of bad habits. And these players have come up through the system. A lot of them have played under you, whether it's been at the youth level or middle school or here with the high school team. Does that help kind of, they know what to expect from you, you know what to expect from them?
Yeah, these freshmen and sophomore, I've coached them at some point up through the youth. This freshman class, third grade, all the way up to middle school, and then helped out a little bit in middle school. So we already have that coach-player relationship, which does help in practice, and it'll carry over into games too. So yeah, I think they're familiar with me. I feel like I've got a real good coaching staff this season. Rachel Ryan will be back as my assistant coach. Carly DeBay had stepped in as the JV coach. Obviously, now that we're combined, she's still going to stay on, and we're going to kind of mentor her along this year and help her develop as a coach. And then Melissa Mallion volunteered to help out this year too, and she's got quite a bit of playing experience and also some coaching in some travel teams in the youth programs. So, which is really going to help us having some younger players with pretty wide variety of skill level right now. So we got staff that we can spend attention on some things that players might need and keep going. So yeah, short preseason, 2 weeks. I'm excited, ready to go tomorrow. We've got that first game excitement building right now. So we'll see what happens.
Roll out the ball and play. Last question for you. You've been a part of the program for a long time. What's the message? You said you've talked to players, you've talked to expectations, but I know you're about how players do things necessarily more than what they're doing or what the stats are saying. Is the effort and kind of the attitude still the driving force of the program under your guidance?
Yeah, control the things you can control, and that's your effort, what your attitude is day to day, and what type of teammate you're going to be. And Lady Indians basketball is about pride in yourself, pride in your team, pride in your school, pride in your community, and that's the message going forward. Winning basketball games is there, but developing responsible young adults is the main goal. So nothing's changed there. That core philosophy is still there, and we're going to work hard and give them heck.
Going to be a good group to watch grow and develop as the season goes along. Come cheer on the Lady Indians, and of course you can follow them all season long with M123 FM and in each week's edition of the Newberry News.